Welcome everyone to my inner child healing ceremony. Before we get started and dive deeper into this alchemy today, I would love for you to feel energized and loosen up and to have some fun before we dive deeper into this. Who's up for some fun and play? Yay! So what I would like for you to do is to stand up and form a circle, a big circle. And once you're in your circle, you can then close down your eyes, dropping into your sacred space inside of your beautiful temple and the landscapes of Mother Earth. Placing your left hand over your heart and your right hand on your belly, your solar plexus. Keeping the eyes closed, breathing in and out, and letting it go with a sound or a sigh. Ha. That's it. Breathing in and out. Ha. One more time. Breathing in and out. Ha. And just allow the breath to move through you, and allow your loving hands to shine and radiate beautiful healing energy of light from your hands into your heart and into your belly. And just noticing how you are feeling today. If you are feeling nervous and anxious to be here, if you're feeling centered and grounded on the earth, perhaps you're feeling anger or grief, or maybe playfulness, happiness, and bliss. All of your emotions are welcome to come out into this space, to be fully expressed and seen by you as you reconnect with your inner child. And allow yourself to move gently side to side and allowing any emotions, energy, thoughts that is running through you, and allow the body to move. You are welcome to keep your eyes closed or open, whatever feels comfortable for you. And you're going to start making bigger movements, perhaps making circular motions with your hips or your torso. Perhaps it's letting go of the hands and just swaying side by side. Maybe it's stomping out any frustration or anger or fear and anxiety that you're holding in your nervous system, and make a sound, ha, 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 and shaking that out of your system. Ha, ha, shaking your arms, your shoulders, your head, your legs, and stomping it out. Ha, 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 ha. Shaking your whole body, shaking it all out. And you can move your arms up to the sky, shaking all that energy up to the earth and into the ground, making that sound, ha, that's it. And releasing that energy to the ground, ha, and charging it up to the sky and releasing it to the earth, ha. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you can find yourself in stillness. And we're going to do a fun dance-off. And how this works is, I'm going to say a dance genre. It could be ballet, it could be tango, it could be the nutbush or the macarena. And I want you to dance to a completely different dance genre. So for example, if I say Macarena, I'm going to do something that's different to the Macarena. Is that clear what we're doing? Okay, great. So we're going to do 5 rounds of different dance genres. So when you're ready, and you're welcome to dance in the circle or to step forward and dance it out and come back. So the first dance genre is the nut bush. Everyone, I want you to do the nut bush. Now the next dance genre, I want you to dance ballet. Your version of ballet. Very good, everyone. a lot of flowing movements. And the next dance genre is salsa. Show me some salsa, your version of salsa. And you're welcome to take up space and dance into the center. Woo! And the next dance genre is hip hop. Let's do some hip hop. Great moves, everyone. And the last one is Gangnam Style. Do your version of that. And when you're ready, I want you to strike your favorite dance pose that really represents your inner child. The playfulness, the silliness, and I want you to step into the center and strike your favorite dance pose that represents your inner child. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's do that one again. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! That's better, everyone. Give yourself a clap. And you can now take a seat. How is everyone feeling after that exercise? Good? Anyone else in just one word? How are you feeling? Silly? Great. Anyone else? How are you feeling? Myself. Free. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, everyone. And in case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess Go. I'm a trauma coach in childhood abuse. And I help burnt out, heart-centered professionals and high achievers all over the world to overcome the impacts of childhood abuse, drug-free, to successfully move through the emotions, to move mountains and find themselves again. And what has led me to this journey is facing my own darkest demons from my traumatic past of sexual abuse, domestic violence, and dysfunctional family dynamics. And so I'm here today to help you bring yourself back into your joy that we often forget and neglect with life's busyness and responsibilities. And so what the workshop will look like today is I'm going to share a short personal journey in reconnecting with my inner children. And we're going to get into a beautiful creative expression process, reconnecting with different parts of your inner children. There will be a light language transmission. So I'll be channeling my soul star or a highest version of myself through the cosmos and transmit this beautiful frequency into your energetic field. And you will find that you may experience some movement in your body, in your emotions, in your energy, releasing old memories, patterns, experiences, and emotions that isn't serving you, with some sound therapy as well. And then we'll wrap it up with some aftercare and my upcoming events that I'm running at Riverdell Spiritual Centre. How does this sound, everyone? Good? Yeah. Yay! Woo! here. And so I'm going to share with you my journey in reconnecting with my inner child. At the age of 26, I muster the courage to finally break away from my family dynamic, which is to move out of home. And with my cultural upbringing, being Asian background, leaving my mum behind is bringing shame to the family. And what showed up when I finally told my mum that I wanted to move out, her reaction was, "You're not a good daughter. Who's going to help me pay for the rent and the bills? I need help." And her reactivity just played up as this victim. And in hindsight, looking back at it now, I could see and feel the polarized versions of my inner child, the wounded inner child that was deeply conditioned and feels the need to rescue my mother from all of her problems, all of her burdens, from domestic violence and financial burdens, and to feel guilt-tripped into making her happy. And I noticed the other version of my inner child that is happy and free and wants to reclaim her independence by moving out of the home. And so through this experience, I could see how my mother's wounded inner child was playing out, where she didn't feel seen. She felt neglected, abandoned by her daughter, because that's exactly how she felt with her mother. And her mother's mother did the same, this pattern of abandonment that's been carried down into the ancestral line until one generation breaks it. And so as I moved out and rented in a shared granny flat, I'm like, yes, I'm free. 1 month in, I'm like, oh my goodness, my flatmates are dirty, they're noisy, I want to get out of here. And that was my inner child screaming at me. It doesn't feel safe to be at home. And so I decided to move out and rented a studio apartment in the city. And as the cycle goes, a few months in, oh my goodness, I'm living by myself, I have my own space, I feel free. And then my inner child started to tell me, oh my God, these planes are so freaking noisy. Why these neighbors are having sex at 2 a.m. in the morning? And these clubs, they just don't stop. And so I constantly felt frustrated, anxious, unsettled, moving from one place to another, where I never felt at home. And it gets even more exciting. This year, I decided to live a nomadic lifestyle where I have no base. And I took that journey in April, where I left my Bondi Beach lifestyle behind. And I thought to myself, I had enough of the Sydney bubble. I want to see the world. And I wasn't aware that I was actually running away from my mother, where she really re-traumatized me in March this year. And it was something really difficult for me to forgive. And through my journeys of traveling in different states and countries, I felt liberated again until I landed in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Has anyone been to Chiang Mai? A few people? Great. And how was your experience of Chiang Mai?
Right.
Beautiful?
Fantastic.
Fantastic? And so a lot of people were saying exactly what you've just said. It's fantastic, beautiful, amazing, you're gonna love it, Jess. And when I came, I just knew this isn't for me. And I found myself starting to break down. And I've noticed, oh my goodness, I'm overheated, I'm starting to cough, runny nose, sore throat. And then when I came back to Adelaide, things accelerated. I was in a lot of pain in my body. And what showed up was the emotional crisis that really came through, that my body was manifesting. And I cannot run away from the anger and the pain and the trauma that I've experienced in my family household, even though I can run away from my mother. But that doesn't fix the problem. And so through this emotional crisis of 1 week, really feeling the anger and the hatred that I had towards my mother, and situations and people in my life this year that brought a lot of challenges and difficulties, I realized I had no choice but to surrender and to really go inward and have a good look at myself. How I was disassociating from my feelings, running away. And really what I was doing was I was abandoning myself, playing this vicious pattern of abandonment. And so being abandoned allowed me to see what was the reason behind the anger. And what anger is confusion, not having clarity, mixed messages. And when we are able to go deep beyond the anger, we are able to find ourselves in grief, which is usually associated with loss, neglect, disconnection. And behind that is despair, disempowerment, loneliness, and unworthiness. And so when I didn't receive a birthday message in September from my mother and brother, it really triggered me and made me see and feel how lonely I am. Why did my mom even bring me to this earth if she couldn't even text me a happy birthday? And I got myself into this vicious spiral of my own story of abandonment. And this was the part of my inner child, or children, should I say, that needs healing. And through this experience, I've noticed when I just came back from Japan, my boyfriend lives there, and his snoring doesn't bother me anymore. His mistakes doesn't frustrate me anymore, because I was finally at peace with myself. I was finally able to see everyone in my life, including my mother and brother, from the lens of compassion, softness, kindness, and unconditional love that I never thought I was able to access. And through this experience, it has allowed me to be more kinder, softer, passionate, and patient with myself. And what I've learned from these experiences is that home is not in a physical house. You can feel unsettled wherever you go unless you feel right at home here. And so home is where the heart is. There's no place like home. And I just wanted to check in. Does anyone resonate with any parts of my story? Thank you. And so I'm going to guide you into a beautiful journey of reconnecting and healing your inner child. And that all of you are here to be seen, to be felt. And it is sacred for you to do this for yourself, so you can contribute to that healing, to these fragmented versions of you into light. Who is up for this? Yay! And so what I would love for you to do is to stand up in a circle. And when you have found your spot in the circle, you can place your feet hip width apart and closing down your eyes and just letting your hands go by your side. And I want you to drop into your body and go back in time, what is the strongest memory that you can recall of your wounded inner child? And it could be at any age, maybe as a young adult, teenager, a child, or even a baby. It could be multiple timelines, or maybe one specific timeline. I want you to tune into the age of your inner child. And you're welcome to say out loud whatever age that's coming through. I want you to now see your inner child. What do you see and feel about your inner child? Is there any energy or emotions that's showing up with your wounded inner child? And if so, you can say it out loud. Whether it's anger, sadness, loneliness, fear, anxiety, or maybe it's none of these emotions at all. And as you see your inner child, you can say out loud in one word, how does it make you feel? And all of your emotions are welcome. If there's any sadness or tears showing up, if there's anger, if there's fear, anxiety, it's all welcome. And I want you to now look at your inner child and ask your inner child, what is it that they need from you? And listen to what your inner child has to say to you. Listen with an open mind and an open heart. Perhaps you are receiving this through a message or a sensation or visions. And I want you to take the time now to give what your inner child needs. Whether it's a hug, whether it's a gift, perhaps your inner child's favorite toy, perhaps it's to be seen and just to be held in space. Perhaps it's you sending loving energy from your heart and sending that loving energy heart to your inner child. Whatever it is, or perhaps it's an affirmation, a word, perhaps it's hope, peace, safety, protection, love, compassion, kindness, acceptance, forgiveness. Maybe it's all of these words. And I want you to give those words to your inner child and see what happens to your inner child. Does your inner child receive it or resist it? There is no right or wrong. Just observe and hold space for your inner child. And just notice if anything is shifting or changing within your inner child. What do you see and what do you feel now? And if there's anything that you wish to say to your inner child, you're welcome to say it out loud or in your mind. Any loving words that you wish to say that you weren't able to say in the past. This is your invitation to do so now. I am so sorry for neglecting you. I'm so sorry that you've been abandoned. I'm so sorry that you didn't feel safe. I'm so sorry that I pushed you away. I'm so sorry that I didn't make the time to connect with you, to play with you, to love you. I'm so sorry that I pushed you out of my life. I'm so sorry if I ever put you down or shutting you away. I'm so sorry for the times that I didn't listen to you when you need to be listened to. And so moving forward, I ask for your forgiveness. Through these words. And you're welcome to repeat after me. I deeply and profoundly love, forgive, and accept you. I deeply and profoundly love, forgive, and accept you. I am so sorry for everything that has happened to you. And I am so sorry for how I pushed you away as well. I see your beauty. I see your uniqueness. And moving forward, I choose to see you from a place of love. I choose to see you from a place of softness. I choose to see you from a place of safety. And I choose to see you from the lens of love, unconditional love. And I welcome you into my heart and into my life. And I want you to connect with your inner child. Maybe it's holding hands. Maybe it's hugging and placing your inner child into your heart. Maybe it's playing with your inner child, laughing and smiling with your inner child. Or maybe it's just holding space for your inner child. Whatever feels right for you, I want you to fully express that now. Use this opportunity to really be with yourself and all versions of you through unconditional love. Breathing in and out. And if there's any more words that you wish to say, you're welcome to say it out loud or in your mind. And bring yourself into your heart space with your inner child. That's it. Fully expressing your love, your declaration, your devotion to your inner child, your relationship with yourself. And notice how that makes you feel. All of your emotions are welcome here. There is no right or wrong. All of it is all welcome. And you are welcome to move your body, to move through these emotions, to express these emotions, and connecting to the joy and the playfulness of your happy, healed, and integrated inner child now. And as you tune in to that expansion of fun, joy, and playfulness, I want you to move your body to expand that expression of fun, joy, and playfulness. Whether it's moving side to side, whether it's opening up your eyes and moving around the space in joy, expansion, love, and play, whether it's dancing around the space, whether it's connecting with everybody else's happy inner child, and just allow yourself to move if you feel called to, and allow your inner child to be seen. Give yourself full permission to fully take up space where you didn't have that permission and safety to do so. Now is the time to give that permission to your inner child now. Take up space through sound, movement, dance, play, skipping or hopping or walking around this space. Do so now. And maybe you want to play with other people's inner child, whether it's smiling at them, maybe it's giving them a high five, maybe it's hugging them, whether it's playing or dancing with them. I want you to fully express your happy inner child now with everybody else's inner child. Or maybe you just want to be in your own space, and that is welcomed as well. And listen to what your inner child has to say to you. Is your inner child telling you to rest, to sit, to move, to dance, to skip, to hop, to smile, to hug? Whatever it is, do that now. And really honor your inner child. And when you're ready, you can gently open up your eyes and start to move around the room, the space, and connect with everyone else's inner child. Whether it's with a smile, holding hands, a hug, a high five. And give yourself permission to be seen with your playful, joyful, happy, peaceful inner child, and let others to see you and for you to be seen by others. Give yourself full permission to fully play, to be silly, to be in the present moment, to be carefree. And move around. If you like to smile, give someone a high five or a compliment. You're amazing. I see you, sister. I see you, brother. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself back to your seated position. And I just wanted to check in. How is everyone feeling from this process? You're welcome to share in just one word or in a sentence. What showed up for you? Sadness? Thank you for sharing. Anyone else?
Like a bit of a roller.
Vulnerability? Beautiful. Anyone else?
Yeah, like a roller coaster of emotions, like sadness, happiness.
Roller coaster of emotions, sadness.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? And thank you for taking this time to really hold space for your inner child and your emotions that so many of us tend to shut off or disconnect from. And we're going to dive deeper into a light language transmission. So I just wanted to check in. Has anyone heard or experienced light language before? You can put your hand up if you have. Okay, a couple of people. So if you haven't experienced light language before, you may experience movement or sensations in your body. You may experience sharp pains. If that happens to you, just breathe deeply and slowly, because what the pains represent is suppressed emotions and trauma that you haven't moved through, and it's ready to come to the surface to be moved. So use the breath to move through it. If you experience hot and cold, maybe warm sensations in different parts of the body, that's quite normal. What that means is there's healing that's coming to these places and spaces of you. Different parts of the body means different emotions that you're holding on to. So does anyone have any issues with their body, any pains like a tight neck, lower back pain, hips? Yeah? Is there a particular part of the body that you're experiencing pain? You can say it out loud. Back, the whole back, lower back. Okay. So what the lower back means is that you're not feeling financially supported or not feeling supported in your career, not feeling a strong connection in the physical reality. So that's what the lower back means. Anyone else? Shoulder. Oh, okay. Shoulder blades. So that normally, in the back, that normally means betrayal. So struggling to trust, to receive the right support and help from people. So you tend to do things on your own or control things because it didn't feel safe to trust. So that's what that represents. So different parts of the body represents different emotions that we are holding on to. So any parts of the body that you're feeling, that's a good sign. That means that the energy and emotions are moving, not feeling stagnant and stuck in the body. Also, you may see colors, you may see images, you may receive messages. You may not see or feel anything at all. So don't beat yourself up that there's something wrong with you. Everybody's healing journey is different. So be kind and patient with yourself. Everyone is at a different level. How does this sound so far? Does anyone have any questions before we begin? No? Pretty clear? Okay. So ideally it's best to lie down for the transmission so you can go deeper. And any emotions that's rising, just allow yourself to feel these emotions so you can release them rather than holding yourself back or disconnecting for you to get the most out of this healing experience. If you have any back issues, you can bend your knees and place your feet on the earth. If not, then you can just simply uncross your legs and arms so you are fully open to this transmission. When you're ready, I want you to close down your eyes and focus on your breath, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Using the breath to move any stagnant energy and emotions that are no longer serving you anymore. As you breathe, I want you to imagine your intention for healing for yourself or your inner child today. I want you to write this intention into the ether. Once you have written your intention, perhaps it is to let go of grief. Perhaps it's to break away from abandonment. Perhaps it's to give yourself permission to find yourself in unconditional love. Maybe it's to see yourself with forgiveness and compassion instead. Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong. And as you've written out your intention, I want you to imagine that you have burnt this into the ether, dissolving into the ether now. I want you to now journey back in time with different versions of you, and it could be multiple ages or just one age. There's no right or wrong. And as you journey into different timelines of you, I want you to see if there's any pain, trauma, any suppressed thoughts or emotions with these different versions of you that are no longer serving you anymore. And just notice where you see this in your body. And I want you to imagine a plasma frequency, which is a creamy, milky, clear, translucent light streaming from source, from the universe or your guides, whatever rings true for you, streaming down into the crown of your head, into your heart space. And you are going to emit this healing light from your heart into the hearts of all of your inner child and children. And this light is going to provide healing and transmission to all of your inner child and children now, sending this cosmic light from your heart into the lights of your inner child and children now, as I start to speak light language to move through any emotions, thoughts, traumas that you're holding now. Kia te ayane, soyane ayana, kia ne ayane, soyane ayana tara, soyane ayane, kia ne ayana, soyane ayane, kia nata ayana tara, soyane ayane, kia ne ayana, soyane ayane, kia nata ayana tara. Open up your heart, breathe deeply, and I want you to now 10x the frequency of this plasma light from your heart into the hearts of your inner children now. Taking a deep breath in and out, and just noticing how your inner children are feeling and how you are feeling now. And I want you to bring all of these versions of your inner children into your heart space where they belong, placing your hands onto the earth, your feet onto the earth, receiving this earth energy, and you're going to place this earth energy from your hands into your heart and your belly, or any parts of you that requires healing and integration. Taking 3 breaths in, breathing in and out. Feeling the tender parts of you with so much love and openness. And when you're ready, you can fingers and toes, and gently bringing yourself back into the sacred space, into your sacred temple, and gently opening up your eyes, taking your time, and you can bring yourself back into a seated position, or you're welcome to lie down if that feels right for you. And I'm going to share with you some aftercare in the next 48 hours. If you like to share with me your experiences privately, or if you have any questions, you're welcome to do so. And also, I would recommend that you keep yourself hydrated as much as possible in the next 48 hours. Eat clean, drink clean, have rest and a good night's sleep. This will help to integrate the medicine into your container. If you find that your sleep is unsettled, I would recommend you hug a tree, walk on the earth barefoot, and write out any thoughts and burn it and dispose of it. And meditate before you sleep if that helps you to regulate your nervous system. So when you're ready, you can make your own way up. And also, I'll be sharing my upcoming events. So if you feel called to dive deeper and journey with me, I am running my Chinese New Year Inner Child Healing Circle in the Wood Snake on Wednesday, the 29th of January. And that's on Zoom, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Adelaide time. And in this transmission, I will give you clarity and guidance with your year ahead, with a forecast of what's going on in the collective, a personalized zodiac reading, what's showing up that you can improve your luck, ways to look out for with your health, with your finances, your career, your healing journey, and your relationships. There will be an inner child healing transmission with the wood snake frequency to bring more flow and fluidity in all areas of your life, as well as a guided art therapy exercise to integrate, and a personalized message for you to take away into the new year. I am also running my Transforming Trauma workshop and Healing Your Inner Children workshop for teens and adults. So 2 different workshops in February. And this is going to focus on really transforming trauma that you've experienced in your childhood, so the 5 types of childhood traumas that shapes your personality, emotional release techniques that has helped my schizophrenia clients to be from being his own worst enemy to his best friend, ancestral trauma clearing, the burdens and the patterns we've taken on from our ancestors, body work, so releasing trauma and emotions from the body, and so much more, and creative expression as well. So if you like to learn more about my upcoming events, you can write down your details on a piece of paper here, and I can send you the information with more details. You can also book a free clarity call to see if this is right for you, if you need a payment plan. And I'll step aside if anybody wants to share anything with me after the transmission, or any questions for support from this process. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for your inner child healing ceremony today. And remember that home is where the heart is. There's no place like home. Thank you.